and he said, I'm built like him. I'll go out there. And here he is, a starter himself in the Rose Bowl as a sophomore. The end of the first half. UCLA by 2 touchdowns.
You got to believe UCLA is ecstatic at that score, and Iowa believes they're beating themselves.
And a big halftime of activity, scores, highlights when we return.
Sometimes even Bigfoot's family gets tired of snow. To get away, they need the Nissan Stanza wagon. The only wagon with dual sliding doors, so it's easy in, easy out for all the little Bigfoots. And now the fuel-injected Stanza is available with 4-wheel drive to get you through the snow or away from the snow. Nice trip.
For sure.
For dual sliding doors and 2- or 4-wheel drive, the name is Nissan.
Driven 10 hours a week, this toy could use $500 worth of alkaline batteries. Because when an alkaline battery goes dead, you throw it away. This is a GE rechargeable. When it goes dead, you don't throw it away. You do something revolutionary. You recharge it. So why spend $500 for alkaline batteries when you could spend less than $15 for 2 GE rechargeable batteries and a charger?
GE, we bring good things to life.
And once again, Happy New Year, everybody. Bob Costas in New York. Following the Rose Bowl, as you know, it's Penn State with their record of 11-0 against Oklahoma. The Sooners are 10-1, only an early season loss to Miami in Norman, Oklahoma, by the way, marring their record. The national championship could be at stake. Here's a preview from Don Criqui.
Thank you, Bob. The tension is building here in Miami for this matchup of college football super teams. Number 1, Penn State, and number 2, Oklahoma, with the national championship directly tied to the outcome. Penn State, as always, features outstanding defense, but the Nittany Lions also have some superb offensive players, like number 42, D.J. Dozier, a 210-pound power back with breakaway speed. Oklahoma's offense is centered around a freshman quarterback, Jamel Holloway, number 4. A young man has quarterbacked the Sooners 7 times, and in those games they've averaged almost 38 points and 350 yards a game rushing. Can the Penn State defense break the wishbone offense of Oklahoma? The national championship hinges on the outcome. This is Don Criqui in Miami. Now back to Bob Costas in New York.
All right, Don, earlier today on NBC, Michigan finished 10-1-1, dropped Nebraska to 9-3 by winning the Fiesta Bowl 27-23. Let's take a look at highlights. It looked for a while as if it would be another bowl game nightmare for Bo Schembechler. The Wolverines trailed 14-3 at halftime. 2 touchdowns by Doug DeBose of Nebraska. This one on a pass from McCathorn Clayton that covered 6 yards early in the second quarter. But in the third quarter, Nebraska self-destructed, a couple of fumbles. They also suffered a blocked punt. Here is Jim Harbaugh scoring his second touchdown of the day for Michigan. Gave them the lead at 17-14. They scored 24 unanswered points in the third quarter, built a 27-14 lead, and then held on to win 27-23. Steve Taylor's desperation pass into the end zone, intercepted by Garland Rivers, and the victory belongs to Michigan. Jamie Morris, the sophomore running back for the Wolverines, younger brother of the Giants, Joe Morris, had 156 yards on the day. DeBose carried 17 times for 99 yards for Nebraska. In the Cotton Bowl, the Aggies of Texas A&M, making their first Cotton Bowl appearance in 18 years, defeated Auburn 36-16, despite 129 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns by Heisman winner Bo Jackson. A&M was in front 12-7 in the second quarter when Pat Washington went to the air on this flip to Jackson, and look what he does with it. Turns it into a 73-yard catch and run. Auburn has the lead at that point, 13-12. We'll move ahead to the third quarter with A&M in front 15-13 at that point, and Anthony Toney will build the lead to 21-13 on a 22-yard run. Eventually, a field goal for Auburn will bring them to within 21-16, and they get second and goal at the 2-yard line and give it to Jackson 3 straight times, and all 3 times A&M stops him. That was the turning point in the game. Texas A&M goes on to win at 36-16. A&M's quarterback Kevin Murray threw for almost 300 yards, including a touchdown. And in the Rose Bowl game you're watching now on NBC, 4 fumbles by Ronnie Harmon of Iowa, 7 turnovers overall in the first half. Eric Ball carries the ball only 5 times for UCLA and scores on 3 of those 5 carries. The Bruins, the underdogs, leading 24-10 at the half. Let's go back to Pasadena.
If if you're just joining us, the big story, Eric Ball, the freshman runner for UCLA, 3 touchdowns. Ronnie Harmon, outstanding runner for Iowa, 4 fumbles. And it's a 24-10 UCLA lead at halftime. And on the field, the solid gold sound of the UCLA band director, Gordon Henderson, UCLA marching band director, and Dr. Thomas Lee is the director of bands. Are currently playing Doc Severson's composition, Spanish Streams. Doc Severson has to be proud. I think some of those kids were staying up late and watching the Tonight Show. They had the sound and the gesticulation. Next for the UCLA band, music from West Side Story. Big Ten, but there are a lot of other colorful nicknames. Let's pay tribute to that fine conference.
The Pacific 10 Conference, comprised of the universities of Southern California, Oregon, California, Washington State, Arizona, Oregon State, UCLA, Arizona State, Washington, and Stanford. Unparalleled in athletic achievement and winner of more NCAA championships than any other conference, the Pacific 10 stretches from Arizona in the southwest north to California, Oregon, and Washington. Unsurpassed in academic excellence, Pac-10 schools have been providing the best in quality education for more than a century, offering degrees in agriculture, music, art, drama, and dance, as well as the sciences, including medicine, computer science, engineering, business, and law. The Pacific 10 Conference, leading America into the 21st century.
The Rose Bowl's a granddaddy, and this man is a giant in its history. In fact, his father helped build the Rose Bowl as we know it back in 1923. Leigh Leishman saw his first Rose Bowl game in 1916. No man has contributed more to this day's events than Leigh Leishman, and we're proud to be a part of it again, sir.
Thank you, Dick Enbeg. Pasadena Tournament of Rose Association, the Big Ten, and the Pac-10 are pleased to present this plaque to NBC Sports for its 35 and more years of broadcasting and telecasting our Rose Bowl game. And I'm pleased to have Arthur Watson here today, president of NBC Sports, to accept it. Arthur, it's yours.
Thank you, Lay. All of us at NBC and NBC Sports are very proud of our long association with the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association, the Pac-10 and the Big Ten conferences. In anyone's lifetime, 35 years is a long association and a very special one, and I can assure you our relationship is one of a kind, and we look forward to many, many more years being here at the Rose Bowl with you and your associates. Thank you, Lay.
We look forward to it as well, Arthur.
We return to the 72nd Rose Bowl edition after these messages from your local station.
Thirsty on Cheers, why is Norm crying in his beer?
Stop torturing yourself. And us.
And on Night Court, has Bull called it a night?
Yeah, the circus is in town.
Or is he just clowning around?
Meet the gang.
So it's high-speed action on Hill Street Blues.
Thursday.
No better way to start off a new year than in a brand new Chevrolet from your Austin Chevrolet dealers. And now to help you drive into the new year, your Austin Chevrolet dealers are offering 7.9% GMAC financing on selected models. Save on Nova, Cavalier, Celebrity, C&K 10 pickups, and El Camino. The selection is spectacular and the savings are tremendous. 7.9% GMAC financing only from your Austin Chevrolet dealers. See Capital Chevrolet, Chevrolet Country, and Henna Chevrolet now.
Imagine any plan you can foresee. It can be reality. Republic Bank and you. Together, we make it happen. We make it happen. Together, there's nothing we can't do. Nothing we can't do. Together, we make it happen. Republic Bank and you.
Happy New Year from all of us at Channel 36.
Bob Demers, tonight on News 36. Chance to order the 1986 Rose Bowl souvenir program for the 72nd Classic, matching Iowa and UCLA. Send a check or money order for $6 to Touchdown Publications, P.O. Box 882110, San Francisco, California, 94188, 2110. This collector's edition contains in-depth scouting reports, a special review of past Rose Bowl games, and many other features. The price includes postage and handling. You'll receive your Rose Bowl program about 6 to 8 weeks after the game.
The Iowa Hawkeye Band on the field at halftime of this Rose Bowl game. UCLA leads 24-10. The Big Ten, one of the nation's leading conferences. That has been true for more than a century.
The Big Ten Conference completed its 90th season of football competition this fall with one of its most successful years. The conference won 80% of its non-league games, the best in the nation and second best ever in Big Ten history. Over 4 million fans saw the Big Ten produce the nation's leader in rushing, passing efficiency, total offense, and receiving. The conference is now preparing for another exciting basketball season after league teams won over 80% of their December non-league battles. Big Ten women's sports are among the best in the nation, with 12 conference championships now conducted on an annual basis. In addition, non-revenue sports like wrestling, hockey, and cross-country are currently among the nation's best, but its nationally known academic reputation, which distinguishes Big Ten universities where tomorrow's leaders in research, technology, and higher education are ready to meet today's challenge.
Well, Bill Stern, Mel Allen, Kurt Gowdy, Lindsey Nelson, the great sportscasters of this century have had the honor of being in this broadcast booth at the Rose Bowl, and it all began in 1927, and it's appropriate as we hear the Iowa Hawkeye Band perform that we relive a memory. In 27, Graham McNamee was the announcer as he described the halftime activities.
And now the National Broadcasting Company